So he went up the ladder, a couple of floors actually, and he became the admin assistant of the executive that he was serving, right? So he changed his job over there, right? He did that for 20, 25, 30 years, and then when that executive retired, right, Mike had to figure out a new job because he didn't have a patron in the organization. Mike ended up, and this was the time of starting 2000s, the new e-commerce thing was coming up on the scene. And Mike said, you know what, I knew a thing or two about parcels and moving things around and all that, so he joined a third-party distributor and started doing a picking, parceling, things like that and all, right? Well, then Mike became too old and he said, oh, you know what, I can't do this physical stuff anymore, and he became an Uber driver, right? And he has been riding for, I think, almost 10 years now. He was pretty good, pretty happy at that, learned about what I have done in AI and all. I couldn't help myself asking just before I got off, Mike, aren't you scared that you have this full self-driving capability coming up very soon? It's already happening in Bay Area and a couple of other cities. What will happen to your job when that happens? You know what Mike told me? Mike said, you know what, Shashank, I have had many disruptions in my life, long life, 50 years, right? And I've always figured a way out by one way or the other. Then he takes a pause and says, you know what, on the side I'm learning some Python coding as well, right? So this is a 75-year-old guy, right, who's driving Uber, right, and trying to learn a little bit of Python coding on the side just in case he might need it, right? Now that's the story of Mike, a Uber driver in New York, Manhattan, right? And that's the first thing we need to confront as leaders, right? Which is that is this a fear? Is it a disruption? Is it an opportunity, right? And I think if you're to believe Mike, right, for him and for many others, this is more an opportunity than a fear. Yes, there have been reports that jobs will move, the jobs will get lost, but there are a lot more opportunities that will get created.